I've been thinking a lot about versatility recently. It's such a sought after aspect of a piece of gear, like a big selling point, because you get more value out of something when your amp or your pedal or your bass can make as many sounds as possible, right? So that's a good thing. Or is it? Alright, so maybe we should talk about what the word versatile actually means, because I think that there are a lot of different ways you could interpret that. Because on one extreme, you have a P bass. It's very simple controls, only one pickup, less versatile, right? And on the complete other end of the spectrum, you've got something like the G&L L2500. I even made a video of this bass last year asking the question, is this the most versatile bass ever made? It's got lots of buttons and switches, an active preamp, and all the good stuff, like anything you could ever want to make a bunch of different sounds, right? But are they both versatile? Yeah. So why am I talking about these two basses in particular? Well, the thing is I'm doing a show this weekend. It's a rock opera. And in the years past when I've done this, I've done it for a long time, I've just always used a P bass, which is pretty impressive because the show represents a lot of different styles, everything from country to hard rock and a lot of stuff in between. And the P bass has done great on it. It's been flexible enough for what I needed to do. But this year, the musical director wanted to push things in a little bit heavier direction, almost metal. And I thought, you know what? The L2500 is a great bass for metal. It's got the low B, which gives me some extra notes to play with. I think that that'd be great. And so I'm trying that out tonight at this dress rehearsal. So let's see how it goes.
Hey!
Hi, Ford.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Great.
You ready for some rock and roll?
Ready for some rock and roll. Ready to tie some ropes around my body.
Hey, that too.
It's all the rope.
It's cool, huh? Yeah.
But it's the tone rope.
The tone rope, yeah.
The tone rope.
Oh shit.
A little bit rainy today. I've seen that a little while around here. Woo.
I'm not that heavy.
Will you please run like that?
Let's run it from the top of the pickle. Candido, take it away.
Okay, since last time I talked at you, I've had a couple of chances to go through the show with the new bass, and there are some things we should talk about. So the one big thing is gain staging. Switching between series and parallel on that bass dramatically changes the gain staging, makes it kind of hard to keep my volume at the same level, and also where I'm hitting the pedals at the same level. So I'm actually having to use the volume knob for the first time, not just as an on-off switch, and that's kind of an interesting development. I'm also finding that I have to compromise a little bit on some of the tones that I've chosen, just because logistically we don't have a whole lot of time between songs for me to be flipping a bunch of knobs and switches to get to the next thing. So in a situation where I normally would have maybe used just the neck pickup or something, like I just don't have time to flip that extra switch because the music is just continuous. It's not like we have gaps in between a lot of them. Some places I do, but in some places it goes from like really nice and pretty and mellow to bah! The one thing that I'm finding though is that the L2500 doesn't do the, P bass with the tone rolled off all the way so I can do like the upright sounding tone. I was thinking about bringing a second bass for that, but it's just too much. It's just not worth having all the extra gear here. So I'm just gonna do the one bass. Let's see how it goes. So when you have all of these sounds available to you, how do you decide which one to use? Because when you have something like a P-bass, you basically just have one sound, but it kind of just works for everything. It's kind of like a pair of blue jeans like that, right? Maybe not the best option for everything, but it'll always kind of work. On the flip side, you have the L2500, which is maybe more like one of those like zip-off cargo utilitarian shorts that you get from REI or something. I don't know. You tell me what kind of a pair of pants the L2500 is. But anyway, when you do have a lot of options, you just need to do a lot of experimenting and a lot of listening. You have to develop your taste as a player, and that's something that you can't really shortcut. You just have to put in the time and pay attention to stuff. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I do think that you can get better at your instrument without even playing it just by listening to music. If you listen with intent, I think you can do it. Ultimately though, I do think that versatility as a player trumps versatility of gear, because knowing how to use your stuff is better than the stuff itself. At least that's my opinion. Anyway, there is so much more to say on this topic. I've only scratched the surface, so let's keep the discussion going in the comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts on versatility are, and let's talk about it. If you're interested in seeing more stuff from the show, I'm going to be releasing a Patreon exclusive video. So if you want to give me $1 once a month, you can get access to that. Or if you want to get the professional recordings from the actual show, you can go to deeploveopera.com, and we're going to have a full video and audio recording there for purchase. Otherwise, just keep it here, and I will see you on the next video. And P out!